And over to our next race, BMW Turbo Cup Race 2 and number 7, which the car which you saw on your screens is the winner of Race 1, Icelandic driver Brynjolfur Thorkelsson. He actually will start from P3 because both Mantas Jasjuljavicius and Artem Skotslamazashvili set faster lap times, but the fact we didn't mention during our first race is that there are compensation weights or success ballasts also in this class, and the winner, Thorkelsson, has 0 kilos, but his rivals, Algirdas Gelžinis, number 55, has 60 kilos. Mantas Jasjuljavicius, number 700, has 50 kilos. And Artem Skotslamazashvili, number 17, has 40 kilos. So that's certainly advantage for Thorkelsson. But on the other hand, he had to execute his maneuvers, be faster than those, overtake them on the track. So it was really good performance from the Icelandic driver, no doubt about it. But these times, conditions are a little bit different. Track is still slippery, and Thorkelsson told Oscars after the race that he somehow managed to find racing lines on the track that the others were not able to find. So let's see if those others have now learned something. Yeah, already on the formation lap. Safety car will turn to the pits now, already has done it, and then a rolling start will be given for BMW Turbo Cup 5 cars. And here we go. Thorkelsson tried to jump on the outside of turn 1, but Skotslamazashvili seems to be the leader. Now it is number 55, Gelžinis, who takes the outside line through turn 3. Can he benefit from it? No, he couldn't. Thorkelsson stays in second, but Jasjuljavicius has lost his pole position. Skotslamazashvili went by and took the lead. And now they're going to run away. There is a gap forming behind Jasjuljavicius and in front of Thorkelsson, but it is just first lap, and Jasjuljavicius is now thinking about... Yeah, he certainly thought about overtaking Skotslamazashvili into turn 11, but now goes a little bit wide, but Skotslamazashvili lets him space, and it means that Jasjuljavicius now on the outside has a better acceleration and can attempt overtaking maneuver into turn 14, and he goes for it, but it's still not decided. They are side by side before the final turn, and Skotslamazashvili now takes the lead back. And that fight meant that both Thorkelsson and Gelžinis were able to join this fighting too. And actually Gelžinis is now side by side with Thorkelsson on the main straight, but Thorkelsson is on the inside, Gelžinis is on the outside, and we saw one lap ago that unlike in the first race, this time the inside line tends to be faster. Actually, we saw it also with BMW 325 Cup cars, especially with Carles Zenitis, who explained that going out of turn 3 on the inside was the key for overtaking cars in front of him. Now, the status quo remains. Skotslamazashvili, Jasjuljavicius, Thorkelsson, Gelžinis. But approaching turn 11, is anybody going to attack? The answer is no. But top 4 is still more or less together. Artyom Skotlamazashvili, who is leading the race, is one of the very few drivers in this class who has to win a race yet. He was one of the first who entered this championship in this class, but others has been the winners. He has been on the podium for several times, but until now he is without a victory. Maybe this is the race where he is going to finish first eventually. There's still 16.5 minutes to go, and he was a little bit sideways in turn 6. But no big dramas here. Even the lead is in his hands. You can again see that the exit onto the backstretch out of turn 8 and 9 is crucial, because Torkelsson loses out there. Both Kotlamazashvili and Jassilevicius can widen the gap, but in the final 2 turns under braking, and these are quite tight turns, Torkelsson is able to close in again. Or at least he was. This time I think the gap is a little bit larger than it was 1 or 2 laps ago. It certainly is. The fastest lap of the race is set by Kotlamazashvili 2 laps ago, but again going through turns 6, 7, 8 and 9, you can see how his car tends to slide there. It means he's on the limit. While Jassilevicius' car, I would say, is a little bit more settled. Torkelsson and Gelžinis are not able to keep leader space. The gap is not huge yet, but they're certainly losing out with maybe not every turn, but certainly with every lap. Torkelsson was 1.8 seconds behind Jassilevicius 1 lap ago. Now the gap has increased by 0.3. Not by much, but still. And Gelžinis is running together with Torkelsson, just a few tenths behind. So there are 2 fighting pairs, Kotlamazashvili and Jassilevicius for the victory, and Torkelsson with Gelžinis for the final podium spot. Kamiskas meanwhile is more than 10 seconds behind the leader already. But Jassilevicius certainly is now just waiting for the moment. With 13 minutes left, he should have a lot of opportunities. We haven't seen big mistakes by Kotlamazashvili, but there have been slight ones, and this was one of them. Under braking into turn 11, but Jassilevicius thought it will be better not to attack his rival this time. Again, Kotslamasashvili goes sideways, exiting turn 14. Jaselyavicius couldn't use it, and in turn makes a little mistake himself. So this battle rages on. We haven't seen dramatic overtaking maneuvers, or at least attempts, but the pressure is there. Certainly, Jaselyavicius is putting huge pressure to Kotslamasashvili. And Torkelsson and Kelsin is behind them at almost identical lap times, separated by just 6 thousandths of a second, 0.00 seconds. It was margin. Torkelsson was faster than Kelsin is. And Jaselyavicius is not even attempting to jump Kotslamasashvili under braking before turn 11. Usually in this situation, the driver behind can study what the driver in front is doing, where is his weak spots, where he's going to make mistakes, and where are his own strong spots. Now the gap momentarily widened a little bit because Jaselyavicius went a little bit off between turns 14 and 15, but it was certainly not decisive. He is able to close that gap through the next few turns, so they are still running together. But Kelsin has lost some 4 tenths to Torkelsson this time, and it may be decisive there. Torkelsson can run away, but we're still in the halfway mark. At the halfway mark, 10 minutes have passed since the start. 10 more minutes to go. Kotslamasashvili until now has managed to keep Jaselyavicius at bay. On the other hand, we haven't seen any aggressive attempts from Jaselyavicius as well. Has felt comfortable behind his Latvian rival. But I suspect it's not going to last forever. Jaselyavicius actually has the fastest lap time in his hands, 1:31.810 over the previous lap, so he's certainly fast. But to put that speed into good use, now they are separated by just a meter on the backstretch, and is Jaselyavicius now going to try to outbrake his rival? Probably not, because the gap has widened down the straight. Well, I've seen Kotslamasashvili making slight mistakes here and there, but they're still so small, and the loss has been so marginal that Jaselyavicius hasn't been able to use it into his advantage. What happens next month? Jaselyavicius came here to this meeting as a leader of the championship in front of Gelsin is Artur Sarma, who is not starting today, and Artyom Skotslamazashvili. Torkelsson was 5th in the championship. He won race 1, but it didn't change his championship position. So Jassilevicius, the main thing for him is to be in front of Gelsinis especially. And this is more or less secured now, but Gelsinis in turn has caught Torkelsson again. Here they go towards turn 11. But the gap is large enough for Torkelsson to feel confident. Gelsinis can't attack from 0.6, 0.7 seconds behind. 6 minutes still to go for BMW Cup cars in their second race. No changes at all for the best part of last 14 minutes. Artyom Skotslamazashvili and Mantas Jassilevicius out in front, fighting for the victory, and perennial for Torkelsson and Algirdas Gelsinis fighting for 3rd behind them, some 3 seconds behind. But positions have remained stationary. Although I would say that Gelsinis now looks very racy. Jassilevicius as well has more or less caught Skotslamazashvili. They were separated by maybe 1 car length. Here are the leaders. Now Jassilevicius got much better exit from the final turn, but no help from it. Yes, he closes in under braking, but that's all. Still he tries, it's for sure. And in the background, Gelsinis also tries, but those attempts more or less in embryonic stadium, just trying but not executing. Under 4 minutes to go. Did I see Jassilevicius? No, I didn't. No, he's there. He was just behind Skotslamazashvili's car. So, yeah, he's there, still there, where he has been since the very first lap. Actually, Jassilevicius started from the pole, but lost the lead to Skotslamazashvili in the first turn and have not been able to take it back. Now less than 3 minutes to go. It remains to be seen how many laps can they... Oh, and side by side are Torkelsson and Gelsinis. Gelsinis on the inside there, but Torkelsson remains in front. But this was first serious attempt from Gelsinis. We didn't see the beginning of this situation, but I suspect that Torkelsson may have had not the best exit from turn 3, and this allowed Gelsinis to challenge him under acceleration, but in the section from turn 8 to turn 11 is the part of track where Torkelsson is usually faster than his rival, and there is no direct danger for him now. So Kotslamašvili and Jasuljavičius will be on the main straight in few seconds, and are they going to go to the final lap or not? Oh, it is difficult to say, but probably they started their penultimate lap now. Let's see. It's a question of maybe fractions of a second. But no changes. Kotslamašvili, as he took the lead, has stayed there for 19 minutes already. And the most important, of course, is the last minute. And maybe, we don't know, maybe they have to complete one more lap after this. Jasuljavičius is certainly in quite peaceful mood. Hasn't took any desperate maneuvers to improve his position, because of course being championship leader you have to have a little bit different approach, not be so aggressive, just bring the points home. If you can't take the lead, okay, take the second place points, but most checkered flag is out and it's finish, and Artem Kotslamašvili finally has taken a victory. So if we are looking to the points table, there has been 7 drivers in this championship, and 5 of them have now taken at least one victory, and Artem Kotslamašvili just joined that club together with Montas Jasuljavičius, Algirdas Gelsinis, Artur Sarma and Brynjolfur Torkelsson. So not that eventful race, this one, but still pressure was there throughout the race. Kotslamašvili, Jasuljavičius, Torkelsson was the race result. An interesting question, of course, is about who is going to be the overall winner. Probably Kotslamašvili, because he won the race 2. He will be on the same points, on equal points with Torkelsson, who was winner in race 1 and third in race 2. Kotslamašvili was third in race 1 and winner in race 2. So yeah, they have equally 40 points. And the same is about being third overall on this meeting. Jasuljavičius should take the upper hand because he was higher than Gelsinis in race 2. So we have only one sprint race remaining today. The more fastest and most powerful cars.
All right, guys, here we are, the Parkferme for the BMW Turbo Cup. And Artem Kotslamašvili obviously taking it all. You can hear the crowd. You can see the crowd there. They're cheering, they're happy, and they have a reason to celebrate. P1 in race 2 and also P3 in the race 1, which means Artyom Kozlomazashvili is taking away the win in Pärnu Summer Race 2025 edition, what has been so far a dramatic and ever-changing race. But nevertheless, Artyom did everything he could and he finished first. Artyom, I can't express how lucky you are to finish in such a high note and a win in race 2 and a win overall as well in the weekend. You must be over the moon.
As I promised, it will be more interesting in the second race.
Was.
Yeah.
Oh, but you had to work hard in this one, obviously.
It was good. Yeah, Mantas was pushing me all the time. I was really... We was good in the training together. I was thinking maybe same like in training. I pass him and after overtake, but no.
Man, I mean, just watching you guys go for 20 minutes, full throttle all the time. How were the conditions, by the way? Is the track changed from the first race?
Yes, it's dry. Yeah, by lap times, yeah, it's 10-second difference. But it was very nice. Yeah. To watch and to check. Oh, so good. Yeah.
Okay, once again, congratulations, Artyom. Well deserved. Now you can say hi to your fans and all your family. They are out there. They are celebrating. They are happy. Of course they are. They have all the reasons, the right reasons to celebrate and be happy about the result. Rest of the field, they're now checking on the cars, of course, and obviously the prize giving ceremony meanwhile as well for the previous races going on. So there's a lot of things happening in the same time simultaneously in Porsche Ring in Pärnu, Estonia, in the Pärnu Summer Race, of course, the Baltic Touring Car Championship round 3 in Estonia. Again, my colleague Artur, the press secretary of Pärnu Summer Race, is interviewing the Icelandic driver who actually took the win in race 1 by a surprise. He took everyone by a surprise, and then obviously in race 2 you were doing everything you could, and obviously hats off for that. But it was so much fun to watch you guys out there.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I wanted to. So this was my goal on the second, to be on the third. So I got that. I'm happy. It was a good race. So it was fantastic. I was playing defense and amazing.
1 and 3 means basically you're gonna be, I think, on the second spot on the podium, probably, if my mathematics are correct.
But
it's still a podium, which is good.
I take everything.
I have to tell you, it's fantastic to have you in the Baltic Touring Car Championship. We hope you stick around, and we'll see you in the next 3 races for sure.
Yes.
We're gonna meet in Riga, in Lithuania.
Actually, I'm not in Riga, but yeah. So I'm 50 years old, and it's my birthday party on the same weekend.
I would say you're 50 years young, not old. Seriously. Okay, no, birthday is a good excuse to not actually be in the races. But then afterwards, we have Lithuania, we have Poland as well. Poland is going to be an interesting
I'm
one.
Gonna be there.
Finale.
Yeah.
All right, fingers crossed. See you on the podium,
Thank
of course.
you. Thank you.
Super. That's a wrap up from the BMW Turbo Cup. The racing is done and dusted for these guys out here in Pärnu. A summer race for this weekend. They can celebrate. Now we have some champagne to spray and some cups to give out, some trophies in this case. So, and we'll stick. I hope you'll stick around because we have the final race, of course, in our menu, and that is going to be the loudest and the fastest one of them all. Of course, I'm talking about the GT category class, and the first race did not disappoint in every single class. There was a battle for the win in each of the classes, so I think it's going to be definitely the same in this one out. So make sure you stay tuned. This is Pärnu Summer Race. My name is Oscar, and it's been an absolute pleasure to report to you from the racetrack here in Estonia, alongside with Thomas in the commentary booth, who's doing a fantastic job in all the facts and data and all the weather forecast as well. By the way, he's been extremely precise and well informed. And so now it's time for us to get back to the start grid. It's the last race of today, not this weekend, because we have a full action-packed racing day tomorrow as well. Unfortunately, we will not be live broadcasting it, but then there's a huge possibility to see you in the track. It's a good motivation, a good idea to come to the track tomorrow. I've heard that the weather is going to be fantastic. It's going to be, I think, 2 endurance races for 2 hours, which means a lot of action, a lot of cars on the start grid. So make sure you're here tomorrow. But before that, let's watch the final race and see what the racing action brings us.